Hello and welcome to stage 2, step 2, just like before, projects, open, step 2, open. Within this stage, we're going to do some override graphics in the views. We're going to link a Revit project and we're going to import another DWG file. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the project browser and double click the site view. Then Window T, WT, then Zoom All, ZA. Now, as you can see in the site plan, you cannot see the generic models that we built. To be able to activate this, if you press VG on your keyboard, which stands for Visibility Graphics, a new window will open. And if you just select one of these and then press G, it will jump down to generic models and you will notice that it's not ticked. The second you tick it, and then press apply, you'll notice that our buildings have now arrived on our site plan. To close this window, press OK, and now close your 3D view tab and then press ZA on your keyboard to zoom everything in. Now we're going to change the graphic attributes of these buildings to grey, and we have two ways of doing that. The first option is to hover over the buildings, right click, then go down to override graphics in view, and we can do it by element, category or filter. For now we're just going to show you the category, and here we can change the surface pattern, we can make it transparent, we can change the cut lines when the actual plan is cut, and a cut pattern. What we're going to do is we're going to do the surface pattern, and we're going to change it on this little button here to solid fill. Press OK. We're going to change the color to a dark grey, which is currently selected. Press OK, and then press apply, and you will see that it's gone dark grey, and then press OK. That's one way of doing it. The better way of doing it is via the visibility graphics window. Control Z to undo, then press VG on my keyboard. Again, selecting any of these, then pressing G on your keyboard and go to the graphic models section. We can do the projection surface, which is seen here by the lines, the pattern, and the transparency. We're going to go to the pattern and override it by pressing that little button. Then we're going to change the pattern to solid, and then the color to grey again, and then press OK, press apply, and you can see in the background it's gone dark grey, and then press OK. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add a north arrow to this site drawing. To do that, we go up to the Annotate tab, we go along to the right till you see the symbol icon, press that. The user interface will change green. We're going to load a family, which is in the middle on your ribbon. In the additional files that we've given you, I want you to load north arrow and then press open. Once you do that, I would like you to click once down here and then press escape twice. Now once you've done that, I want you to go over to the properties palette and then go down to orientation and change true north to project north, then bring your cursor back in and you'll notice that our site drawing has orientated to project north. The next thing we're going to do is insert a link Revit file. So to do that, I'd like you to go one tab to the left, insert tab, and then your very first tool on your left is link Revit. I'd like you to press this button. In your additional files, I want you to select existing and new, and I want you to change the positioning to manual center. Once you've done that, press open. Now from here, I want you to zoom in between the 4 elevation markers and pretty much place it here. Once you've done that, we want to move it and align it to this grey footprint, this generic model here. So we select it, we go to the move tool, we zoom in a little bit, we find the corner point, we zoom out a little bit, find the other point on the generic model which says endpoint, and then click again, and that has moved. Now as this is a link Revit file, we cannot do anything to this particular model. To be able to edit, adapt it and change it, if we select the actual Revit link we've imported, and you will notice at the top that our user interface has changed green, and there is a button that says bind links. If we press this button, a new window will open, and what we want to do is we actually do want this attach details, that's already ticked, and we also want to tick the grids. Once you do that and press OK, your computer will think for a minute, and it's saying that we have the same materials as concrete. That's fine. Press OK. Give it a second, maybe a minute, depending on how fast your computer is. The file will become unlinked, and you'll get a little warning that's saying highlighted elements are joined but do not intersect. That's absolutely fine, and press OK. Now once that's done and it's unbinded into your model, your file size will change quite dramatically, and the link Revit file model will be grouped. To ungroup it, I want you to select it and then press at the very top where the user interface turns green, I want you to press ungroup. Then press escape. Now if you highlight over the new model that we've ungrouped, you can see that you can actually select individual elements. You will also notice that I'm actually highlighting the total surface area of our original generic model. For us to be able to be more efficient in Revit, if we go down to the bottom right and turn off surface elements by face, so there's a little red cross on it, you will not be selecting them. Now you've noticed in previous videos that I've talked about the elevation markers. The elevation markers are really quite cool. So if we go to the project browser and double click on the south elevation and then WT window tile and then ZA, but then I want you to zoom in slightly on the south elevation, so you just show the brand new Revit link that we brought in, and then zoom back into the site. If I go over to the south elevation marker arrowhead, you'll see a blue line that appears. If I then press the control key and select the circle part of the elevation head and then drag it out of the building, you'll automatically notice that the south elevation has been updated. Now from here I want you to press escape and then zoom back into your elevation marker head, the arrow part of it, click once. Going over to the properties palette, you'll see under extents, you'll see far clipping, and you'll see a little button that says no clipping. I want you to press no clipping. A new window will open and I want you to tick clip with line. Once you do that, press OK, you'll notice on your screen and mine there's now pull handles to show you the view extents of the elevation. So if I put it all the way out, you will notice that the buildings in the far distance now appear on our elevation. So if I bring it back in again, you'll notice they disappear. Now with that said, if I bring the pull handles all the way out so they are not actually cutting the imported Revit building, our elevation will show nothing apart from the levels. Okay, so this concludes step 2. I'd like you to close the site file and the south elevation and do not save.